All right, guys. So, to go along with the article, I decided to do a couple games, and so I'm queuing on the competitive constructed in Magic Arena right now with the Mono Red Phoenix deck, and run some few games and show you guys how the deck works. If you haven't read the article yet, the article is over on nboss.com. Take a look at it, read through it, and it'll provide you a lot of the basics. And then hopefully, anyone who's read the article can watch this, and it'll help to provide some of the specifics about how to run the list. All right, so this is pretty solid. I've got lands and spells. I can cycle these through if I need some other stuff. So definitely seems worth keeping. I think right now it makes sense to at least cycle one of those through. So that sets up pretty well because that sets up Chain Whirler for next turn. I don't really have anything to go with these right now, so I think it makes sense to send them away. Ideally, we would draw something that's not a land at some point. Okay, that's good. That helps us cycle through our deck. So if you can't do anything too damaging here, then Chain Whirler should put him back decent ways. Give us some tempo advantage. All right, that sets up pretty well. So Chain Whirler, kind of part of the reason, large part of the reason why this deck exists. He just sets up so well against the format right now, and people just aren't totally ready for him because of the fact that, well, that's nice. Uh, because of the fact that he doesn't fit into all that many archetypes. But as you see here, he's still got the ability to radically change games all by himself. Okay, so let's see which way they're going. Well, that's totally fine by me. Got plenty of land, so we can cycle one of these away. Ooh, if only we had a way to discard that. I don't think we do. Alright, let's crash through. And then, so let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I still think we gotta kill Vivian. Alright. So puts him down at 7. Phoenix and strike next turn. Would have got it done. Alright, so there's a few different varieties of the Golgari lists. And we didn't really get to see a ton about the way that they work. This particular one works. Certainly Dire Fleet Daredevil doesn't seem like a great option here because I didn't see any. I didn't actually see any spells, and a lot of them just don't have any spells. They have the Chupacabra as removal, that sort of thing. Shocks are kind of nice in the early game, but I find Lightning Strike sometimes a little not the greatest. Prefer to have access to the Fight with Fires and Lightning Coils in this particular matchup. And one of those, get a copy of that in there. So I think that's, yep, oops, cut it off. So those things are specifically in there for the 1/3 dude that gets bigger and gains life whenever you explore. That guy is a lot of trouble for this deck to deal with. Which is why you bring that stuff in. Because often you can't necessarily get rid of it with a lightning strike. You often need something like a lava coil. I think I'm going to cycle this. The option is next turn you play Steamkin, and then the turn after you can go maybe crash through Lava Coil. But I think it makes sense because I probably want to do the Chain Whirler instead. And that'll get me down to my third land or something like that. Yep. That sucks. So we don't get much value out of it there, but the 3/3 first striker is still better than anything. That kind of sucks. The question is whether he has an exile effect. If he doesn't, the Phoenix is pretty rough for him to deal with. Bit awkward. So I'm thinking maybe a Tormenting Voice drop the risk factor. Probably going to Lava Coil the Chupacabra if I attack in. Okay, let's do that. That sets me up better. Getting that exiled, can't bring it back. That's all good for me. And generally speaking, you want to be the aggressor. Get through that damage while you can. Usually they're going to win the long game because of stuff like that. I need something else to go with the Phoenix if I'm going to deal with that. So put that down. Or I could try cycling this first. I'm going to put that down. Gives me more potential outs. Oh, jeez. Well, that'll do that. Yeah. Yeah, that's game. Okay, so we get a little better look at his deck. Daredevil still don't make any sense. He does have he does have some spells, but paying 6 for the Daredevil and the Vraska's Contempt probably doesn't make a lot of sense. So a lot of the question here will depend on how much removal he has, because I can run him down pretty quickly with these Steamkins if he doesn't have some cheap easy removal. If he's relying on 4-mana removal spells, that will be very far ahead in this game before he catches up. Don't think the attack makes any sense there. It's a little awkward. Let's try this. And sometimes the deck can just do crazy stuff like this. So next turn he'll get his 2/2 for 4. He'll get rid of one of my dudes. But I would be very shocked if he were able to make a comeback here. Alright, so that is how the deck can occasionally go completely nuts and stomp on a Golgari deck. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed that game, and I'll try and get a couple more up for you so you can see hopefully a couple other matches too.